Hello and welcome back to The Vacant Light. Today I'd like to announce that the rest of my black metal import did come in the mail, so I'd like to go over what I've ordered there and just talk about the music that I enjoy and I'm interested in. First album I have here is an EP from Satanic Warmaster called Black Catharsis. This was actually released between their first and second albums, respectively Strength and Honor and Opferblut, which I do own both of those records now. And I'd like to see what this band has to offer with their early material to some greater extent. This is something I'm very interested in, and an album that I sort of know what I'm expecting from, but at the same time, I'm not super familiar with a wide variety of Satanic Warmaster's material. The next release I have here is Uncreation's Dawn, Lightning Hammer Falls. This is the first of the band's two full-length LPs, and as I discussed in my previous video, I did also import the EP called Born with Lucifer's Mark by Uncelestial, who is essentially the same band as Uncreation's Dawn. So this is pretty aggressive, raw-sounding Finnish black metal with a good bit of death metal influence in there as well. Quite interesting stuff, and I'm interested to hear what this has to offer in juxtaposition to the band's second LP in particular, called Death's Tyranny. What I have here is Mgła's first full-length album called Graza, I believe. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Now, Mgła is a band that I do enjoy, and I do think they're sort of an underdog in the black metal scene, as I seem to mention quite frequently. Now, this is only, as far as I know, a 4-track affair, but I'm quite interested to see what this has to offer, and I want to see how this does compare to their other music. And as you can tell between this video and my last, I've basically imported the majority of Mgła's music in the last little while. It's a band I'm very excited to hear more music from. And I like the way that they combine traditional black metal elements with some unusual influences and styles thrown in there as well. Now this particular album here is called Omega from Azagal. This is a band I'm really not familiar with whatsoever. I know this is Finnish black metal, but that's basically where my knowledge of the band ends. The band has released several albums after this. This is from 2008, I believe. And I'm not exactly sure what to expect from it, but I do like to experiment and check out new bands when I can. So this band has been around for a while, but you don't see this type of thing at local record stores around where I am. So I definitely like to hear what Azagal has to offer. What I have next for you guys is Clandestine Blaze, Falling Monuments. This is the band's 6th full-length LP. I do own the first 5, plus I did enjoy their contributions to Crushing the Holy Trinity, and I've also imported the Satanic Warmaster and Clandestine Blaze split, which I covered in my last video. Clandestine Blaze is a one-man band that does embrace the early traditions of black metal, and is basically run by the owner of Northern Heritage Records named Mikko Aspa. Many of you may know him for his vocal work in Deathspell Omega, as well as his involvement in Stabat Mater, whose music I do personally enjoy very much, and have reviewed on this channel here in the past. So I know a lot of people didn't really enjoy Clandestine Blaze's 5th record, Church of Atrocity, from 2006, to the same extent as their previous material. But I'd have to differ with a lot of what people said about that record, and I'd like to review that at some point. I did also review the band's first record called Fire Burns in Our Hearts from, I believe, 1999 on this channel quite a while back. I do look forward to reviewing more of the band's discography. So I'm hoping to get some pretty meat and potatoes, traditional raw Finnish black metal with this album, which is from 2010 and was basically the 4-year later follow-up to Church of Atrocity. Last but not least, what I have here is Hoth, Codex 2 Kether. This is a band I'm not super familiar with. I do know that the musician Shatrog, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, from Sargeist, Behexen, and Horna, is involved in this project and is, as far as I know, one of 2 members. Now this release is from 2004, and is actually the band's most recent release to date. I'm not sure what their status is at this moment, but they haven't released much or anything since this point. And I do believe it's basically the follow-up to their debut EP. So, not sure what to expect from them. Although they do share a member with other bands I do enjoy, I'm under the impression that this music is going to be somewhat different, or have a different spin to it. So this is kind of a little bit of an unknown for me as well. And we'll just have to see what it offers. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and I hope to review some of this material in the future. Thanks and goodbye.